everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, got a project, another project with Alice. And here we go. Part 7, I think, is coming up. Part 7. Anyway, I'll be right back with you. So as you can see, that's what I'm doing. I'm putting buckles, adding buckles to it. So I had to cut off the other piece, basically, which is this piece here. I had to cut this out. I took all the laces out of the sewing of it, and I cut across, and I slipped this out, and I'm replacing this with a buckle. These just don't, they're so difficult to pull the straps through. And this right here will also give me a chance. I can do more of a quick release, pulling it out too if I want to access my stuff, and then I can easily cinch it up. So follow along with me. Be right back with you after I sewn this through a little bit. Cleaned it up a bit. I put 2 stitches in. I couldn't get any closer because of the plastic in my sewing machine on my foot. So I got 2 reinforced areas here. Backside, as you notice, I do red like I told you, and it fits fine. I've heated up these ends right here to keep from fraying, although I need to melt this a little bit more here. But yeah, so it's turned out the way I hoped it would. It's fine. Like I said, I need to do a little bit of, just a little bit of burning here to keep it from fraying too much. It does want to fray, but I wish I had one of those hot knives. I can just, go through it that way. But we do what we gotta do. So this is what I've done so far. So on to the next one, and I'll be right back. Those done, and now on the other end, what I'm going to do is put in just a small fold here, and sew this in just across here. And what this allows it to do is sort of has an end to it, so it doesn't slip out of the buckle if it were to slip. So anyway, that's the next step. Now I finished even this part now. So just a small little bar type tack in it, reinforced stitch. And this keeps it from sliding back up through itself so it catches. And then I have these loops on it so I can easily add 550 cord, or if it's wet out, I can give you a little bit something more to pull on because this stuff, nylon expands like 3% when it's wet. So little fun fact for you. Anyway, let me get all this put back together if I don't come up with something else to change between now and then, and I'll show you the end result. Welcome back again, and now we're going to go over quickly the small mods I did today. First thing I did is on the shoulder straps here, I got rid of these buckles here, which are down at the bottom. I replaced those with some really good fast-tex buckles. Let me get this thing flipped over for you here. Okay, and there you can see them. All right. I just basically went in, cut the piece out here, soldered it, and took this buckle out that was there, which the tightening straps basically tighten this up. Replaced it with a really good fast-tex buckle system. So now I can quickly tighten these up, run these straps up over and around, okay? And I can easily get into here very quickly if I need to also. So I did this on both sides, and that's what we have here, okay? So gone is this buckle here, which really, it's just too much friction on it. I couldn't get it through, especially if it's wet. These older straps, they just wouldn't work with it. So next thing I did is on the ends, I basically just looped it over, put a seam in it, and that way I can put it through, for example, the top part, and this gets caught up here so I don't have the strap flopping around, or I can quickly just pull it out if I need to, and I can tighten up, loosen up, put whatever I need to get in there. Much easier now, much easier. Very simple. This is not a big deal here when it comes to the work I've done. I did it with a standard sewing machine, which is what everything I'm doing now is with a standard sewing machine, which included the shoulder straps. I'll pop this thing around and show you the shoulder straps that I've done already. Yeah, so knocking everything around. and the shoulder straps, which I took out this quick release system because it was really faulty, Chinese stuff, and just resewn it up with another piece. But I kept this system in because it works very well. I mean, I do like this system, and I can tighten this up just by pulling down on this 550 cord here, the loop I have, so I can actually tighten my straps in there. So that's some of the mods I've done so far. Very simple. Now, of course, I've done some other mods that you guys have seen. I added some Velcro here. I got my logo here and my name, as you guys know. And so far, those are what I've done. Now, I'm hoping to get some, this waist belt here is something to be desired. It's not the best in the world. It does function, but it sort of sits incorrectly a little bit to one side to the other. That's a bit pain in the butt, especially when you tighten it up around you. You're not really centered on it. But something I'll have to work out sooner rather than later. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the moment. When it comes to the pack, what I've done to it, like I said, it says a lot of viability. These Alice packs do. They're still being used in the U.S. Army. And the Army now is going with this Molly 4000, which is based off basically off an Alice pack. So it's like the return of the Alice pack, about the same size, I believe, 62 liters, with the external pockets. The pockets are different. You have a bigger pocket here with a zipper on it and some smaller pockets on each side. And I believe it has these magazine style pockets here on it also, which I do use these. It's just that I don't have anything in there right now. Just for this demonstration, threw my sleeping bag back in there and some other gear, but just to give it some volume. But I like the way this pack sits on the back. I like the way it feels. I hate that I'm going back to something that I detested so much when I was in the Army, because everything they've come out with so far just is not better. The designs are just off. Now, Mr. Ranch came up with this super over-the-top expensive rucksack. It looks like a Molly, this mountain ruck they have. I'd love to get my hands on one and try it out, but they put so much stuff on them. They weigh too much, and I don't need a pack that weighs 6 pounds, or even more, like the Fibula does. It's such a heavy rucksack. I like the frame system it has on it. I like the suspension system it has on it. It's just that the pack itself has too many zippers on it, too much Molly on it, too much stuff. It doesn't need all that. They could lighten it up by just putting some fixed pouches on it. And like an Alice has on it, and to give you some modular space on the sides. But you don't need 10,000. You don't need a whole line of Molly here. You need a small area here at the bottom, maybe, and maybe a small area at the top. Maybe 3 up here, maybe 3 down here at the bottom, and that's it. You don't need 10,000, kilometers of nylon strapping go around the whole thing. You just don't need it, and it's just too much. It doubles the weight of these packs and it makes them super, you're trying to, before the pack is loaded, it's already 6 pounds. That's 6 pounds you can't add to it. You can't load into it later on. So that's what I'm seeing. But anyway, just my little opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and in this series of videos on the Alice pack. As more modular things come along, I'll be adding 2 different parts to this. I believe this is part 6. I believe. We'll see when I go into my system and look. But I hope this gave you some ideas here. I've seen people who've been doing this. It's nothing new, but for me, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't, it had this end right here so it couldn't slip out. And, once you've got it in place, how are you going to secure this? And you can secure this by, there's different methods of way you secure it. I've done them all. I used to just tie them up, basically, because I don't like dangling straps. Now, it is a little bit more precarious in getting it through here, especially with one hand, but you know what? I'm about to do it. Pop it through, dress up my stuff, and it's in position, okay? I can still come back here and just pop it like it's right here. And because it has this loop right here, it'll sort of hold in position also. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'd appreciate it if you would share this channel with your friends and enemy. Give me a subscribe. Please subscribe. Get other people to subscribe. Those of you who are just watching the videos, start subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. I could use it. And user support. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about my my mods and what mods that you do. We can share a little bit more information together. If I like your mod, I will definitely add it to mine if I can. And please like. And I want to thank all of you for coming to my channel. And I hope to hear from you again soon. I look forward to making more videos for you. Take care of yourselves and talk to you soon. Goodbye.